All right, so this is our room. And there's the little princess. First thing she did was come in here and take a dump.
That girl.
Nice big TV, dresser. The whole thing's a pretty nice living room. Say hi, hon. Couch, some kind of a, looks like laptop, TV tray, something like that. It's slid in. Got a desk. Got a kitchen. Microwave, yes. Refrigerator. Nice sink. Your standard kind of commode. This is kind of an older suite, it kind of looks like, so definition of suite back then was a little different, but definitely a big room. I think they used a lot of space on this room that they could have applied to the living room, because it's almost got a living room in here. And nice little patio to the world. Flagstaff, Arizona. Yeah, there's going to be a little more rain, I can tell. It's that time of year. Excuse me, I'm making sure I don't get you guys in there. Very cool. Beautiful Flagstaff.
See the sidewalk that goes all the way? Okay, honey.
Oh yeah, these are like old school buildings. Let's walk that way.
Hold on a minute. I want to tell you that that's supposed to be like one of the best in Flagstaff.
Yeah, that
So
looks
we
like
can go get hammered and walk home too.
an old school building or something.
Which way do you want to walk?
Maybe, I wonder if it just looks like that or if it really was.
Well, here's the sidewalk on this side too. We should just walk on this side. Until this car passes, so I can't see it.
Let's just walk over here. I love how the pine trees are though. So those definitely look like some old buildings. The Blome Center for International Education. And of course I saw this in the virtual reality headset.
Right here. First school opened in 1883. So it used to be a school building.
First school opened in Flagstaff, January 1883. Teacher's name was Mrs. Eva Marshall. Oh wow. The administration building, 1958. Wow. 1958.
That's not near as old as that.
No, but they kept the construction the same. So yeah, this would have been a courtyard for the school basically, because there are some older buildings off there in the distance to the east, and this is going south, and they kind of kept that same look and feel of the other buildings. Yeah, I bet that tree right there could tell some stories. There's a little bit more of it. The Gamage Library is now occupied by NEU. Well, you definitely don't see that as much in Phoenix. It's just too hot. All these buildings look the same. They all look very old. Grass is super green. You know, the grass is always greener on the other side of it.
I'm confused. Is this like literally NAU?
Oh, they bridged the gap between those two buildings and added glass structure and kind of simulated the roof. So under the forebearer of this American elm, George Washington assumed command of the Continental Army at Cambridge, Massachusetts on July 3rd, 1775. This sprig of the Washington elm was donated to the Arizona State Teachers. the size of those. That is a big baby right there. Yeah, these trees have seen some things right here. Oh, beautiful, just amazing. Absolutely amazing. So we got the Palmer tree. Just over there by that. And to put this into perspective, how big this tree is. That's a big tree. I don't think this camera is going to do it justice, but that is a big tree. I don't know what this is. This might be a dorm, it looks like. It is. I see bunks in there. How cool is this? Taylor Hall. It's a great courtyard. How beautiful. And it's the little things that really matter. I'm no architect, but when you're looking at that building and its square edges on the other ends and over here, this somehow looks like an add-on. Different style of windows, kind of, sort of. I don't know. And another dorm. I just wonder how many stories are in this building. Looks like it's been here for 50 years worth of college students. Oh my. Yeah, I'm sure there's a story or two to be told. Bury, B-U-R-Y. Or as in, bury your dead.
Those are dorms.
Those are dorms. That's a pretty big building. It's hard to grasp the size of it, but it goes way up there and way back. And that's probably a good 4 or 5 stories up. From humble beginnings. But these other buildings look like they are in fact original or something. This sure captured that look of the old chiseled granite. But yeah, clearly those buildings are all still standing. Yeah, and there's some bigger stuff over there. We'll get to that.
Flagstaff doesn't want that cluttered appearance. It's more like buy your own. Keep walking home.
Yeah. Oh, there's traffic for sure. It's a nice building though. It's kind of a walkway between the garage, I guess, and snow country. That's how you gotta roll. Oh boy. Push the water button underneath where it says water. Push the button. No, there's a button right underneath the word. Oh, they got coffee. This is going to probably have breakfast stuff on it. Some steam tables. Beverages. Like some workstations with outlets on both sides. Oh, on all sides. Oh, we're gonna have to wander up there and see what that is. Sky bridge from the parking lot. This comes in on the second floor. Got some seating areas over across there with a TV. All those tables have outlets. The grand staircase over here. Lots of really nice Arizona artwork. Very picturesque. But yeah, here's a view from up top. Very nice. Yeah, the interior of this place is done up really nice.
Yeah, nice place.
World's most uncomfortable chairs. Char loved it. And back to the room. Okay. Should we go for a ride? Wanna go eat? Let's go eat. Wow, it's all old stone. I wonder if that's just fascia or if that's what it's constructed.
It's hard to say. Almost looks constructed. Where those windows are. Although when you see this, that could
Looks like a repair.
yeah.
Wow, I wonder how many times they've had to regrout that, or some of that's still original.
Foundation.
Yeah, well, look at the sills for the windows.
Ah, we've had this in New York, so
We know who's in there. Hey, Pennywise, are you in there? Yeah, those window sills are epic, kind of. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's some cisterns, some water storage tanks back there. All that solar, I bet it's all off the grid. Very nice. Look how they did the window frames. It's probably angle iron, just big angle iron. And these blue pines are cool.
yeah. Look at that. That's fucking cool.
That is super.
Wonder how much those containers are, about $5 grand.
That's Waterworld shit right there.
There you go. That's what I was thinking. Anyways, all those houses out at that mobile home park, there's a couple of them that are. There are a couple of them that are just those little tiny.
Waterworld building over there. So is this the house you guys are looking at? I noticed you guys stopped and were smoking a joint and cigarettes in front of this house. I'd like to introduce you to the ladies from the Hose Before Bros Club.
Yeah. These cities are cool.
Somebody's parking tickets.
What's that?
It's parking tickets.
Yeah. Yeah, look at what that looks like. So I like the construction. Everything's red brick where it's snow country. You know, other buildings like that.
Time, because I do. Here we go. We are at Meteor Crater in, well, not really Winslow, Arizona. But they want you to do what? Huh.
I looked on their website.
Well, looks like we're locked out.
She can have a babysitter in here?
It's gonna be upstairs, right side building, up right next to the fragment campus. Sits right there.
So we have 4 people, but right now we're only doing 3. She's outside the
But we
dog.
bought her, so she'll come back in.
She's gonna come back in afterwards.
I see it. It's all upstairs though. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's out with the dog, so the 3 of us are gonna check it
And
out.
I do apologize about that, just because we have a meter up here, and cooking the household up. I'll be certified for the travel. All right, so you have a discount for gas, fountain drinks, water, 20% off the first night staying at the RV park, so that's gas. The Marathon Station passing over here. You do not need to be staying at the RV parking lot because of those discounts. Elevator to your right, stairs to your left, everything is located on top. Upstairs to the right is the main building, where you have both theaters, one's a 4D motion ride, the other is a short 9-minute film. That one will start again at 10:30. Tour time is at 10:10, if you wish to do the 10, the tour. That is 45 to 55 minutes long, and it's a committed, so you got to stay tuned.
Very cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
Enjoy yourself today, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. These are basic meter. Oh, see what happens.
Flying around in space. What?
No, it still didn't do any carbon dating or anything on it. Now that there's, you know, do you think they drill a little piece of it out of the back or something?
Yeah, or the underside that's not showing.
Yeah, now that we have science and shit.
Then they can just check it out.
Which I'm sure, like the people in like England that were passing around the Black Plague and stuff, they're like, oh, we should surely be able to fix this now that we have science and everything. Because they probably thought they were pretty fucking modern.
This tells you more about it too.
Oh, wow. The bearings.
These are kind of cool ideas right here for the basket, like the things
They're sustainable. It's never gonna wear away. You'll never have to paint it. I wonder if that's like, that's not really. Right.
This is what Char needs to do. She needs to go online and fill out the form and make Minnie a service animal.
I've already said it a million times, and she's like, well,
Just she could be in here then.
I could get it done. And I'm like,
The D platform.
She could say she's a service animal.
Yeah, but they're gonna ask her. Okay, so they're here. How do we get
Right here.
Hey, girl.
Minerals, right here.
you know what? You guys want a picture in front of that?
Yeah, it takes you up the stairs to the observation deck, I believe. All astronauts trained at the meteor crater.
Baby. What's going on in here?
Oh, it's a simulator ride thing.
Nice.
See where that's right. I don't remember seeing that last time. It's like a SeaWorld ride.
So this is Meteor Crater. This is one of the sidewalls that was left. They decided to build a building in the center of the crater, so this was all that was available. Oh boy. Would you look at that?
You can walk down there. Isn't it cool?
That's a big old crater, tell you what.
Oh yeah, there's a little deck right there. Think about that. Like that's some stuff down there. What I'm not sure that, but that fence, that little square area is bigger than a bus. So that
I
one.
mean, it kind of doesn't look that high. It looks like you just run down there, but
You know it's there. You know it's
there's people down there.
sometimes. It gives you a perspective of how big it is when you can actually see somebody down there. When we were here, I think there was somebody down there, and it was just like, holy shit! Okay, that's a long way down.
It's crazy. That's just blue like a sumbitch. Well, I ain't walking out on that.
Okay, you're right. I ain't walking out on that.
I was just commenting on it. Yeah, it's badass. And then I saw that in the corner of my eye. I was like, well, I ain't walking out on that.
Okay, Walnut Canyon, right? Just like this. That's what this is. They have things like this in Walnut Canyon, dude. Like this.
And it's not just like.
No, no. If you're able to walk on this right now like this, you can do Walnut Canyon, like over here. Because this observation deck over here is not like this one. It's tucked into the mountain. Oh yeah, I forgot those. You look through that, you can see.
Well, crap.
It's all
I think they
steel
could
and
do that,
girders
but-
and everything. It's like walking out on it. It pretend like there's water, like you're at a fishing dock.
Thrust fault, 6 foot tall astronaut, and a 3x5 flag,
6 foot tall astronaut.
winch and
Oh, yeah,
boiler.
there's a flag and an astronaut right there. Jesus Christ, dude. Okay, right here in the corner of the fence. Look through it. So if you see down there where that white, where the corner of the fence is,
Yeah.
that's an astronaut, 6 foot tall dude standing there with an American flag right there.
All right. It's still freaking me out.
House-sized rock, huh?
So what's the elevation? From top to bottom? I wonder how many feet
Yeah, that
it-
guy's way down there.
Fuck yeah. That's a long ways away. If he's 6 feet tall, think about him walking towards us. How long it would take. And then climbing up this.
It's kind of a weird optical effect looking at that and then looking away like that and stuff.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
Because it almost it's crazy. It's something you would, if you didn't know any of the history on it, you would think that something this size just smashed into it and then exploded. But for it to be around wherever center is, a fucking, and how deep it is, just,
I wonder where the exact hit strike point was. But it'd have to be right in the
I
center.
think it's, yeah. I mean, look at, there's like a circle in that one little
So
area.
it'd have to be right in the center of that.
Yeah.
I mean, in theory.
In theory, you would think, yeah.
Crazy. I'm not going to look through these, but I'm going to. Yeah, I start freaking out about right here, so.
Here, over here, there's like another observation where it tucks way into the. It's like actually out in the. This is right here. This is what Walnut Canyon's like right here. stuff like this.
with rails.
Yeah. There's not anything where it's just like, oh, there's a cliff and everything. It's all like.
It's funny though is it's still, oh, for me it's still like, if I can't, if just looking out over the edge just panics me.
And I'm pretty sure the steps, I'm pretty sure the steps are the same like this too and everything. These are where they're close together, so it makes you walk weird.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Must have been a loud boom. Ooh.
So there's a barbecue at the center.
That's amazing. Excuse me.
So the guy that discovered this crater, started to think it was created by impact, and everybody thought it was a hoax.
It's definitely not a natural occurring valley.
Nope.
So this is kind of a unique little structure, how they threw some steel in here. They didn't want to have to climb back down here and revisit this, you can tell. These angled poles.
That's just, it is just, you think about it.
I don't know if the perspective shows it or not.
Something that small hit was like 26,000.
He spent 26 years of his life trying to convince the scientific community that this was created through an impact.
Yeah, so that's fucking badass.
It is insane.
And then are you supposed to just sit here and...
You just sit here and ponder how small we really are on this planet. We're a speck. We are like dust in the wind.
Okay, I could see that. And if you're paranoid, you could be like, well,
It's gonna happen again.
it's a good idea if I stay here rather than go anywhere else.
Lightning strike.
Because the chances of a meteor hitting this spot again
Good point.
are pretty slim. So I'm just going to live here now.
good,
I'm just
yeah.
going to live here now.
We'll live here now.
This is where I live.
One of those Armageddon
Meteor Crater, Arizona.
here.
Yep. Just off the
Think about
I-40.
it, if there
I'm
was
staying here.
this would take a lot
Checking
of water
myself
to fill
off on
this, to
Facebook
deliver,
as safe
like,
from
the planet with
meteors.
flood. Right, Eric? Like if California fell off into the ocean and then all the water came rushing in here, it'd take a lot of water to fill this. It'd be pretty deep.
Oh, it'd be a great pond too because you could have big fish. You could have like blue tuna and something that you could
That
get
half
across
mile.
in, you know,
Think about
10
it.
minutes.
If this was filled with water all the way up to that ledge, that's pretty fucking deep.
It'd be a great pool. Nick, we're doing these, you know, dives to our scale model of a Titanic down in our meteor crater. Okay, yeah, maybe too soon.
Too soon.
Too
Yeah.
soon. All
How
right.
many miles down is the Titanic?
You know, because think about it.
Really?
Because think about it. Like if this was filled with water and stuff, you know, and you spend all that money to go down to the bottom to check out the 6 foot tall astronaut and the flag and everything, and you never got to do it. You never made it down there. Wouldn't you be crushed?
Wow.
Too soon.
It's too soon.
Too soon. Yeah. Sorry. I apologize.
Too soon.
Dear God, I apologize for this.
Prayer for all the exploding pygmies down in a submersible over by the... I'm sorry, that's too soon. That's in poor taste.
But
We
just
will
think
leave
about it
that on
too,
that video.
dude.
Look at this, because this would have all been blown
Underground.
out of it too.
Yeah. Well, look at that bird.
So, like, look at how the edges of that rock, where that should be jagged, it got so hot, it just,
Probably some smoothed it all out.
it looks molded, or, yeah. Wow.
It is crazy.
That's some
Just
shit.
think about it. That's that kind of rock, and down there it's the same, but it's deeper down, so it's not discolored from the water. being so down deep.
You imagine how long it would take for humans to dig a hole this big?
Dude,
Because some of probably our biggest mines in the world,
aren't even this big.
and if they were, they've been running for like 75 years and 100 years and
Yeah,
shit.
those are insane though too, seeing those.
Exactly.
So that kind of gives you an answer of how long it would take. 75 to 100 years to dig a
Yeah.
hole this big.
I don't know how long it's a piece of string.
So we have to climb our way back up.
That the pipes that the steel supports that hold this.
Yeah, there's not much there.
That's-
The channels, those I-beams are major.
Yeah.
And that's just a testament to the strength of a tube.
Right.
But
A
still.
round tube compared to a square tube.
Exactly.
Square tube has weaknesses that it can give. Round tube.
You know what, dude? Dude. I don't think the people on the Titan sub got that memo.
They didn't.
Where they overread into it. Oh, it's a tube. We're good.
Dude, that just kind of blows my mind.
Oh. Yeah, when you're not used to this elevation. Almost a perfect rim, which it probably was pretty near perfect. We're just talking about millions of years of erosion. So we're gonna work our way back up and go get the wife. Back to civilization.
I'm sure they would let you, like, go pick up Shara, then you guys.
That's the meteor itself, or a fragment of the 150-foot meteor. Very nice.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting how it tells you how fast it was going and where you would have seen it. You would have seen it in pass over New York, 8 minutes later would have been sighted in Paris, and then 5 minutes later, bam, Arizona. Where did I ever see the thing where it said bus though? There's somewhere around there. But 150 feet, that's not a bus. 42,000 automobiles. Enough nickel, iron. No iron, nickel. 3 miles in circumference. 550 feet deep. So right
Several
here.
100,000 pounds. Oh man. That was a loud boom.
Yeah. Okay, so football field. I didn't say catch that was a football field. So that's pretty big then.
That's crazy.
What is it then?
That's crazy. All that stuff. It's not even the distance so much as how long ago it's from.
Weird flying around.
You know, and I'm just trying to still wrap my head around 100 years. And this is in the billions.
convinced that a meteor had formed the crater. Over several years, he gathered other evidence, such as fine silica at the site, which could only be created by the enormous pressure of a meteor impact. Beringer also noted the complete lack of volcanic rock or any sign of volcanic activity at the crater.
Moving at 11 miles per second, a meteor raced through the solar system towards Earth. Immense shock waves were created as it approached from the east. Hurricane-force winds threw 175 million tons of material in all directions. The shock of impact melted most of the meteor and spread it with the large plume of debris. It took just 10 seconds and
Look how
Meteor
close it
Crater
was.
was formed.
You almost hit this building.
Almost hit the building, man.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
Look.
It was kind of squarish looking too.
Talk about lucky. Did you see how close it almost hit the building? It's like, means that the dude thinks it's like.
I'm gonna go tell Shar to come in here with you guys. Okay.
You don't want to walk with her instead? I'll go out there and do with Minnie.
Oh, I will.
'Cause I'm pretty much done too. Very nice.
Shoemakers were finally convinced meteors
$40,000 miles an hour. That's what that sign back there said, roughly.
See how much it raised that.
That's what they're showing right here too.
Like 2,500 feet it raised
That's
it.
what they're showing right here too, before and then after. Isn't that crazy? Pushes it out, but it also raises those edges.
Well, there's a nice view from in here in the air conditioned shit.
Yeah.
Shar would probably be okay with this part right here. I don't know. She'll probably want to go out there. I'll see. That's a water pipe. Look at it. It's like made with rivets and shit. Because we didn't have a machine. It's tube steel. Or near Earth objects.
Oh, meteor tracker. So they obviously track the meteors, but
Well, I think they track like 20,000 or 100,000, some crazy number of objects.
think about all this shit floating around the fucking planet.
The outer astral belt.
Look,
Oh, cool. It's like magic.
but think about that. All that shit floating around out there at a given point, any of them could break free from that gravitational pull.
Hmm.
That's fucking.
Yeah. And it's just like a bowl of something, spinning. It's like, it isn't all of a sudden just going to go into the center or up, it's just going to continue that pattern until it runs out of momentum. But when you're talking about a limitless space, it's crazy. There's some stuff on Mars.
Oh, look at this is down inside the crater. So look, I'm inside the crater.
Oh, that lighting is messed up.
Crazy. There we go. Okay. I just jumped from way up there.
How'd you get up there, man?
I jumped from up there, and I'm gonna have to climb back up.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, I was just up there. I just jumped.
Grab that rock over there.
This one.
Yeah, just try to get up on top of that.
I can't, dude. It's too big.
Yeah.
All right.
see that coyote out there? I mean, there's some of those on there just dwarf this one.
Oh yeah, I mean obviously.
So
Look how big
could you
they are.
imagine something like that? You know, just the sheer walls, the way it goes down, and
Does it say how big a diameter these are? Oh no. Yeah, those are pretty big fucking impacts, man. When you see that, and all those other little ones next to
look
it.
at that one in the top,
Yeah,
top right corner at the very top middle of the picture.
that big one.
No,
Yeah.
the one up at the very top.
Oh, the glare of the light, I couldn't see it. Oh, that's fucking huge. Wow. Yeah, the light was in my way. Yeah, that's
Well, and
insane.
even some of these, that's just a really old crater
Yeah,
that
that's
has slowly filled up with
dust and shit.
So yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that the Earth does the same thing all the other planets do, it's just not as often. It's just it gets a strike.
Oh, right here, this is the size of this meteor crater. That's wait, the ring represents the size of the meteor crater, which is about 3/4 of a mile. Slide the ring to compare it to some of the craters in the moon.
Yeah, it's not even.
Oh, the whole thing, or just this?
Yeah, so like that whole thing is a crater on the moon, and that's how big meteor crater is compared to it.
The ring.
So meteors like all these little bitty guys, these little fuckers.
Oh, gotcha. So meteor crater would be boom that size right there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All these little.
Very nice, very nice. And we are back at the beginning.
Area of destruction around here. Look at the height of this crater. That's about the height of the Trans-American Building in San Francisco. In fact, the downtown region of San
Oh, yeah.
Francisco,
Downtown
the
San
central district, would
Francisco.
fit neatly inside this crater. So you could see that an area that size would be completely blown away.
Round 2 of the meteor crater excursion.
When you see it in person, you stand
Commander Scott Blackwell, First Cadet Charlene Garcia. Welcome aboard Meteor Crater Collision and Impact.
Moving at 11 miles per second, a meteor raced through the solar system towards Earth.
Salton Sea.
Immense shock waves were created as it approached from the east. Hurricane-force winds threw 175 million tons of material in all directions. The shock of impact melted most of the meteor and spread it with the large plume of debris.
Look at
It
it.
took just
Barely missed
10
it.
seconds and
Barely.
Meteor Crater was formed.
That Salton Sea is a mistake on their video because that didn't exist until the late 30s when we accidentally diverted a canal.
They
and
just use like a
created it.
standard map.
Oh yeah, because we. And then of course our most popular traveler, little Miss Minnie. Out for a visit.
I am totally investing in one of those the minute I hit my destination.
They still won't let us in there with her.
No?
No, but they have some air-cooled little kennels over there. We just took turns going in.
Oh, man.
Uh-huh.
Is there any way to look at it without having to go? Flippin' suck.
Yeah. Yeah, but these are a lifesaver. You can take these in the mall, nobody says anything.
I'm totally getting one of those. 'Cause he's not walking at all.
Take care. There's Minnie, making an impression. She's a lucky dog. No, I just talked to her.
Wasn't it just
She's
me
like,
who
oh
says
no. Hi. Zola.
Yeah, he's
Zola.
not, he does not allow women to touch him. Maybe his mom.
Hotel Monte Vista.
Everything's dog friendly here, even if the dogs aren't friendly.
Head east on historic Route 66, Route 66 toward North Beaver Street.
Some of them, yeah, it's off in the distance over there. That's it. You can just tell that's the old town kind of style.
The guitar store's down, music store's down this way, isn't it?
Oh, that guy's pretty cool right there, tell you what. Nice little local sporting goods store. Cool. Very nice, very nice. I like it. Definitely old. I can tell just the frames in there are crooked. Holy cow. That building is still up. Streets. Look at that old thing.
Like these metal brackets together.
Oh. It says hotel up there. Oh, it's like an old bar and stuff in there. It's across from the train station. That's actually the Flagstaff Visitor Center. Yeah, this is the Old Town Strip. Old delivery pizza. Really cool old stuff here.
There's a smoke shop right there with a casket.
A casket, huh? Yeah, let's take a walk down the alley. Ha, they put a bird right over his junk. Well, I'll tell you what.
Something a little woodpecker.
How much wood would a woodpecker chuck if a woodchuck could pecker chuck wood? Old school fire escape type stuff.
These buildings here.
Yeah, that's like such a tiny little building. And these all have the basement type stuff going on. Crazy. Lots of oldness here. Lots of oldness. Yeah, smoke shop. I think they're trying to send a message here. This is what cigarette smoking does to your lungs. Come on into our smoke shop. Oh yeah.
There's only 3.
Wow. Crazy building. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Good old historic downtown Flagstaff. There's some oldness here. Yeah, let's go into Planet Science. Why not? Welcome to Planet
Welcome
Science.
to Planet Science.
So Planet Science, that was a really cool store. If you get a chance, come on out. It's at 109 Planet Science. Super cool store. Great people, very friendly. And we're gonna head on down this street more, and we're gonna, oh boy, look at those alleys are packed up. And I think I know what we'll do. Some of the old town shops too. Wow. Look at that railroad trip. So, who wants to lay down on the track? Get a photo taken.
No trespassing.
No trespassing.
Why did it have to get all hot again?
This one we must not be using. Stops.